assholes, it's Hoodz, along with PPGKatelyn and TheOtakuSpartan, what the fuck ever, and if you want to know why I'm cranky, because I'm kind of pissed off at Nintendo for doing this week. I wanted to take a week off from doing videos because I'm getting fatigued, so... Of all you assholes out there, Nintendo is the absolute biggest one. Fuck you, Nintendo.
Yeah, fuck you, Nintendo.
Yeah.
And I almost imagine, knowing my luck, something is going to happen next week that just makes this more frustrating for me. I am fatigued from video making. I want a week off. I just want to focus on other aspects of Hooded Chaos work, such as the writing aspect for Hooded Quickies and our upcoming Hooded Chaos Gaming Verse. And Kate is currently working on an animated quickie, which we're going to do a major push for tomorrow to hopefully get it out soon.
Yeah.
And once that and another quickie are done, we're going to get started on animating Gaming Verse, because we have a lot of vocals done. It's time to get things started with it. And we're also discussing some other quickies we want to do. Mainly something that may involve Dexter's Laboratory, but that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so aside from how the universe is one great big asshole and everyone who exists is one too, let me talk to my asshole friends here about this asshole movie.
Yeah.
So, as we see, there are 5 assholes on this poster. There's one jumping for joy in the front, though we've seen that design already.
Yes, we do.
I love Toad's smile. It looks awesome.
It sure was.
And Luigi's being a weenie as usual.
Yeah. Yeah, for some reason he's in the background rather than standing with the other heroes.
I think they added more green to Bowser's scales.
Yeah.
Because I'm noticing more of that on his arms.
Yeah, and Bowser looks like a badass hero.
Yeah. He's probably the lesser of the assholes here, because he doesn't try to hide how much he hates everything and wants to destroy everything. So at least you can trust that.
Yeah. And I'm guessing Luigi has a B plot with how he's in the background.
But what we need to discuss is apparently our Stockholm Syndrome princess here.
Yep.
Okay, first of all, I like her face. They've done a good job there.
Yeah.
Actually kind of looks like it has a little more attitude than I'm normally used to seeing, so it's not just there to look cute, and I do hope that's the case for her character. I like how they've updated her dress. So yeah, this stuff looks good, and I'm actually noticing now that Mario's shoes have laces. I did not notice that last time.
Me either.
So therefore, he can pull out the laces and use it to strangle someone.
Yeah, or someone could pull a prank on him by tying his shoes together.
No, I prefer the first option. Mario, could you do that to me right now? Because it would just be nice to take a long nap.
Okie dokie.
Actually, probably I shouldn't have said that. That was considering Jason David Frank recently. My apologies.
Sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking there. I deeply apologize. Yeah, that's not something I want to joke about now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that's another reason I'm fatigued from the videos. My childhood hero died. Now, just for the record, before we continue, I'm not holding this against Jason David Frank's wife, considering the argument that happened. I don't know what the argument was about. I don't know if Tammy was in the right about this, so... And from what I've heard, at the least, she was worried Jason David Frank was going to commit suicide, and she tried to prevent it. She was just sadly too late. So I'm not going to hold a grudge against her on this. And personally, none of you should either, because if you're going to, then honestly, I don't even think Jason David Frank would have wanted that, so... Don't be an actual asshole. I mean, before, yeah, I'm joking about everyone being an asshole, but no, I literally mean it, you are an asshole if you do that. Anyway, I think we've seen the locations with the castles and everything before, so we'll move ahead. And here we see their plumbing service is not simply called Mario Brothers Plumbing, which it was when the Mario Brothers game came out, but Super Mario Brothers Plumbing, and they let Mario himself actually be the face of it by using an old-style looking image of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and plumbing vehicle reminds me with the Super Mario Bros. Movie when they were in the Brooklyn City driving.
Yeah, but considering Luigi doesn't get to have his face there, you would think it'd be along with Mario if it's called Mario Brothers, so... Yeah, Luigi doesn't look all that happy here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Although getting a good look at him, I do like how he looks.
I agree.
I agree too.
Anyway, we see a barber shop, we see Brooklyn Street. Everything just looks like standard city fare I've seen in, let's say, Secret Life of Pets or something, so it's not that special.
Yeah.
And if you take a closer look, zoom in on the far right, there's Pauline in there.
Yes, but we'll actually get to that in a moment.
Okay.
And here's some close-ups. We have Paracoopas, regular Koopas, Spike Koopas. In fact, one of them is essentially our death sentence in Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, Bowser just lets out a great big roar, or maybe he's just really, really happy to see us, hence why he's doing that huge open-mouth smile. Anyway, moving on, since it's about 6 minutes until the direct begins. We're the Mario Brothers. Okay, so they do this poster so Luigi gets to have a face. Okay. We're the Mario Brothers. Plumbing's our game. If they actually have a rendition of the Super Show theme song in this, I will admittedly clap. Because I grew up on that show.
Yeah. Yes. Seeing how this is referencing the Super Show, Chris Pratt voicing Mario makes more sense since it sounds very much like Mario's voice in the older cartoons.
Hey.
Well, it's closer than I'd say Charles Martinet is, but I wouldn't really say much more than that, because it doesn't... I don't know, it sounded good, but it didn't... I wouldn't say it's... Yeah, I said it was kind of like Lou Albino's, but I guess more in retrospect, I don't know, maybe I just need to hear him speak more, and hopefully this trailer will give us that.
Yeah.
How we especially need it for Luigi, and we haven't seen or heard Peach at all until now. Well, we've seen Peach, we haven't heard her yet. And it's clear this trailer is going to reveal her.
Hey, Saipanos, it's a Super Mario Bros. Super Show.
And, Kate, you just got Luigi, so now you can be happy.
Yeah.
And I see a few worn out areas on his overalls. I like the detail there.
Me too.
And here he actually looks happier, so I guess maybe because this is actually his own poster.
Yeah.
Mamma mia.
And Peach, she can do anything. She sure can. She knows every proper way to be kidnapped.
Yeah.
So, she could do anything when it comes to Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
Anyway, as I'm trying to show, we're on Toad's poster now, and he says he fears nothing. Well, he's using Rapunzel's weapon of choice, and as we've seen, that's a very mighty weapon.
Yeah, I feel like Peach has used that before as well.
I guess Toad's the one who mentored her in how to use it.
Yeah.
So there you go, she learned from a little mushroom midget.
Yeah.
Hey, that's offensive.
I kinda don't care. As I said, I don't like being overly woke.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I understand why. I understand some stuff for this, but jokes are about pushing about the boundaries of what's okay and what's not.
Exactly.
Because if you keep things safe, it's not going to be funny, so you gotta take the chances.
Of course.
I mean, I don't think anyone's going to go back to when that little guy that Cartman kept laughing at in with apologies to Jesse Jackson episode of South Park, that episode of South Park. I don't think anyone's going to be more offended by that episode now than they were at that time.
I remember that episode. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a good one. Anyway, let's hurry up. We're almost ready.
Off topic.
Anyway, okay, Bowser looks a little weird in the size chart here, but I do like that this gives us sizes, so we can... It shows Mario is quite puny in regards to his nemesis.
Yeah.
And here's our last poster, and this is where we get to Pauline. I do like her design. I do like that she still has that mare look to her. I wonder if they're going to keep that in here, but we're out of time now. Let's get ready for the direct, and I am now going to switch the screen so I can keep track of this.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that guy she's talking to is supposed to be anyone in particular.
I don't know. I don't care. Okay, so me basically offending everyone aside, we're about to get this started, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Then again, if it doesn't have something that offends you, it's likely not funny. We need to watch more. We need to watch Harley Quinn again sometime. Actually, we should also watch Rick and Morty. That show's hilarious.
Oh, hell yeah.
And there's a lot of offensive stuff in that. Hence why it's so funny.
Hell yeah. We should watch some more South Park too, you know.
Yeah,
And
because that's the most offensive thing ever. Oh, we'll talk about
Oh.
that later. Here we go.
Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto from Nintendo. Today, I'm excited for you all to see the second trailer for the Super Mario Bros. Movie. The first trailer we released in October was seen by lots and lots of people around the world.
So, Miyamoto, you're the jerk I have to blame for making me have to do more video work and not letting me have a week off.
It's almost finished, and...
Well, there are people who claimed you were a jerk about Donkey Kong Country, and that game was awesome.
Chris-san, let's introduce our special guests.
Thank you, Miyamoto-san. It's my pleasure to introduce Anya Taylor-Joy, the incredible actor who voices
Yep, this is definitely
Peach in the
Princess
movie.
Peach's trailer.
It was important for us to work with performers who could inhabit a wide range of emotions to connect with audiences on the big screen. Anya brings another dimension to this character, whether she's leading her Toads or going head-to-head against the King of the Koopas. I'm delighted.
Don't you mean
to
rope to
introduce you
rope
to your
or
princess.
cage to cage?
Hello Nintendo Direct and Mario fans from all over the world. We are just moments away from seeing Princess Peach for the very first time, and I personally could not be more excited. I hope that you enjoyed the movie as much as I enjoyed working on it. Here we go.
Well, if you had
Thank you
fun
very
on
much,
it,
Anya-san.
we'll likely have fun hearing
I'm
you.
looking forward
That's
to
how
this
voice acting
fantastic
works.
process.
Actually, that's how
I thought
acting
she'd
in
be
general
perfect
can
for
work.
Princess Peach.
Yeah, I'm
I'm also looking
slightly
forward to this person's
behind you.
performance. Playing Donkey Kong is Seth Rogen.
Hi there. I'm Seth
Wait, so
Rogen. For my
we're gonna have
entire
Donkey
life,
Kong
I've
revealed
been a
here
fan
too?
of the worlds created by
Yeah,
Miyamoto.
I hope so.
His name's Zelda. Ever since I was a kid playing Play Choice 10,
Yeah.
I remember looking at Mario Brothers and thinking, if they ever make a movie out of this, I better be in it. And I'm happy to say that dream came true.
Well, there you
I
go.
thank you. And Zelda does too.
Thanks, Seth-san.
Are you sure
In
she
my
thanks
neighborhood,
us? Maybe
there's a
she's just
cat named
hungry
Mario and a
and...
dog named
Or maybe she was hungry and you just fed her.
Okay, then, let's press
So
the
maybe
start
she's just
button
grateful
again.
that you gave her food. Anyway.
Huh.
Okay, some kind of coliseum.
Yeah.
All right.
Donkey Kong!
Hold on.
Oh my, okay.
Not sure if you know who I am, but I'm about to rule the world.
I like that there's Shy Guys there.
Yay! But there's one problem. There's a human, has a mustache, just like you.
Do you think I know every human being with a mustache wearing an identical outfit with a hat with the letter of his first name on it? Because I don't.
Okay, I like the voice.
Bowser is coming. Together, we
are going to stop that monster.
How? Look at us. We're adorable.
I got this. No problem.
Come on, Mario! Our big adventure begins now! Get it off, get it off, get it off!
Okay, that is such a cheap kiss. Oh, Tanuki Mario.
Huge universe.
Oh, hell yeah.
With a lot of galaxies. They're all counting on us. No pressure.
Okay, we're actually having Mario Kart in this. Then again, I did see Peach wear that attire. So, we're actually having my favorite Mario franchise in this. Okay, that is good.
How was that? It looks like
Well, we'll analyze it more in a little while.
Played by Anya-san. Donkey Kong was there too. It's been over 40 years since the release of the original Donkey Kong game, which was also my debut title. We've also changed his design for the first time since he became a 3D model in the original Donkey Kong Country game. Some of you may have noticed, but for this movie, we seized the opportunity to give him a comical personality and design reminiscent of the original character.
I can definitely notice shades of the original look there.
Well, that's all for now.
I see that.
I hope you're all looking forward to the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Thank you.
Alright, just don't give us another direct next week. I want a break, please.
Yeah, sayonara Miyamoto-san.
Okay, so let's analyze this bitch already. Okay, let's analyze this bitch. So here we see Mario's in some kind of stadium with what we'll see as a steel girder, referencing the classic Donkey Kong arcade game, which, okay, that is awesome. And here we see a bunch of floating bricks and item blocks, which I love, and there's what I thought was a floating tire, which I was like, okay, actually that works, because those were in Donkey Kong Country. But as we push forward, we see that, no, it's held by a rope. Okay, where's the rope being held from? Also, again, why do we need a rope? Tires are able to float in Donkey Kong Country just fine, so why is it a problem here?
I don't know.
And I clearly see, Mario's apparently, from what I'm seeing, and I think what we can agree with, Mario's apparently some prophesized hero, so...
Peach! Have you heard of the prophecy?
Yes, I have, Toad. Legend says that a fat ass in a hat with the letter M will come and save us all, and he will never shut the fuck up about pasta.
Spaghetti, pizza.
And yet I am destined to bear his child. Why couldn't I have Prince Charming?
Oh, because Cinderella and Snow White share him?
Fuck you, Toad. And there's a reason I actually bring that up too, but we'll get to that soon. Pushing forward a bit on the trailer. And I love that at that moment Mario says, "Let's-a go."
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah, it didn't really sound Charles Martinet-ish, but there you go. But then, let's go back here. There's, you see, the steel girders and everything. Oh, and the ladder. Yeah, this definitely feels like classic Donkey Kong.
It reminds me of Smash Brothers when the two of them go and fight each other.
Yeah, except if they want to reference Smash Brothers here, they need to include the best character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Unikitty.
Hell yeah.
I may accept her Echo Fighter of Puppycorn, but for the most part, we need Unikitty. She was the best fighter in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
I agree.
Anyway, let's continue. And I've actually also want to bring up the audience. They're all Kongs. And they all seem to share Donkey Kong's design, which I can understand. It would be a pain in the ass to redesign everyone. Although there are a few things we may get to later, but let's push forward. And here, oh yeah, oh my god, I just noticed Toad and Peach's expressions. I love them. And as we'll see who's behind Toad in a moment, which we saw as Cranky Kong, clearly, yeah, Peach and Toad, I think, brought him here to prove himself against their greatest warrior, who got kidnapped in 2 games. And had to be saved by his best friend and his girlfriend, and then he got kidnapped with his best friend and had to be saved by said best friend's girlfriend. So therefore, the most powerful Kong is not Donkey Kong, it is Dixie Kong. And yet the universe keeps failing to realize that.
Oh.
Has Dixie Kong ever canonically been kidnapped? No. Therefore, she is the greatest of all Kongs.
Exactly.
Yeah, she, Daisy, and Crystal are definitely some overlooked females in video games.
Hi, I'm not in this movie, so fuck you! Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about Daisy right now. Although, thankfully, I have seen them give Peach a little sass, as we'll get to, so that helps. And right there, Peach, I don't think you're bearing his child after all, because Mario apparently he no longer has any testicles. This expression shows that he does not have testicles anymore. But before they popped, they were very spicy meatballs. Because I'm pretty sure that's exactly how they felt. Anyway, and there we can see Cranky Kong, and he's wearing some kind of crown. I like that. And considering he's supposed to be the OG Donkey Kong, I don't think they'll represent that in here, but, well, maybe it's kind of a reference like he was the original Great Warrior, but due to his age, he now leads with wisdom. I can kind of see that. And if that's what they're doing, I think that's perfect. But we'll have to see. Oh, and Toad showing great disgust at the lost testicles.
Mamma mia, my meatballs! Oh.
Yep. And here we see that, and as we've seen, Peach apparently got tired of doing her job for once and said, let Luigi do my job this time. I'd rather get paid for something else.
I hope Luigi at least still gets some action in this movie. And we at least got to see him being chased by the dry bones in the previous one.
Yeah, so it shows him on the run. And this movie's called the Super Mario Brothers movie, so yeah, Luigi should have something. But instead, no, Luigi's being treated like a little bitch, so fuck you, Peach. Yeah, my best friend here is getting tired of Luigi being the butt of everyone's jokes. And here we got to see more Mario enemies, the Piranha Plants, Hammer Brothers, Fire Brothers, more other species of the Koopas, there's a Babam, there's a Shy Guy, we saw Swoops flying by, Goombas, there's a Snifit. I see, okay, going back a little bit, I now see a Spiny in what looks like, I think it's wearing party hats or something, and I notice a Snifit and a Shy Guy are chasing it. I can see a few Sledge Brothers, so that's pretty cool. So, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of digging deep into the Koopa clan of the Mario lore. And I'm assuming this plumbing is somewhere, I mean, it could be in Peach's castle, because the golden faucet and everything, so it's fancy, but for all we know, this could be taking place in Brooklyn, too. And this scene here definitely takes place in Brooklyn.
Yeah, just like in the old cartoons.
Yep. And yes, as I said, I do love Luigi's voice, but only one thing would make it complete. He needs to yell out, "Spaceship!" And there you go. It would be complete. Peach, I don't think you need to open your mouth that wide for Mario's manhood. It's really not that big.
Oh.
Yeah, as proven by the Kodansha manga.
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah, but also getting a better look at her dress here, I'm noticing there's more detailed patterns on it. And also seeing the brooch, I'm noticing there's more detail to the metal surrounding as well. It's not just one big gold circle, so yeah, they're definitely putting in more detail here.
And it got a flower shape, kind of like daisies.
It's more boss-shaped as I see it. But yeah, Peach is very expressive. I definitely like how she looks, and in a few other scenes we'll see I'm gonna say something about her. And looking at this map, it reminds me of Super Mario Bros. 3, one of my favorite games of all time, and various new Super Mario Bros. Games. So I definitely like what they did here. And I didn't say anything during this because I want to hear Peach's speech, but Peach donning her motorcycle racing outfit from Mario Kart, I love that. Since Mario Kart is my favorite Mario franchise. So the fact that they're doing that, yes! And yes, I just love that they made that joke with the toads.
Yeah.
Hi! And here we saw that this is an obstacle course, and it goes on into the night, showing that Mario is really bad at this. And the fire rods, I loved seeing that since those were always obstacles I heavily noticed during the fortress stages in Super Mario Brothers, and I don't know, they were eye-catching to me. Yeah, considering we know how donut drops work, we all saw that coming. Oh dear God, this is our hero. We are fucked. We are all gonna fucking die. That is how she is right now.
Yeah, yes, we don't want the world to end. I don't want to die here.
Also, I'm supposed to bear this man's child? What the hell am I doing?
Yeah, Luigi's normally the clumsy one, but here Mario is just as clumsy, if not more.
And okay, actually, here's my first chance actually getting a look at the Cheep's face, because I can see one of them right around here. Yep, they're definitely game accurate, and as you heard me say earlier, Mario got a really cheap kiss. Everyone who got that right away, good. If you didn't, then you clearly do not know what the fuck these things are.
I know what things are. They're just cheap.
Yeah, but I love that they're jumping over bridges, because that's something they've done in Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 3, and in a different way, they did it in Mario Brothers 4, aka Mario World as well. So, that's a good reference to these fish. And I do like that Peach is active on the quests. I think I know why they swapped her and Luigi out, because since there's a lot of female gamers out there, and it's a more common thing these days, and, you know, there's a lot of female fans of Mario. Hell, we have one of them right here. So there you go.
Yeah,
I think this is to empower the female fans a bit more too, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, yeah, hopefully there will still be enough for the Luigi fans as well.
But I will say, due to Peach's kind of iconic status, I'd still say maybe at least in the sequel, find a way for her to still get kidnapped. I mean, if you want her to still represent more than that, there's ways to do that, so I think you can make it work. But I feel just as a reference, that should at least happen once.
Yeah, yeah, and then bring in Daisy for the sequel.
Oh, they damn well better. There will be blood if they don't.
Yeah.
Anyway. And here I actually have something I'm not a fan of. Why? Okay, I like that we have Tanuki Mario. That's actually cool, so we're seeing that the power-ups from the games are in use, but what I don't like is how Tanuki Mario is flying. This is taking something that is deliberately Tails from Sonic.
Yeah, and there's some irony too. This originally Sonic's sidekick was going to be a Tanuki, but Sega didn't want a lawsuit from Nintendo because of Tanuki Mario, so they changed him to a fox.
Well, considering this is how Tails flies, I don't like it.
Yeah.
And I did not even know that, Kate.
Kate's a massive historian buff when it comes to this shit, so she'd know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least it isn't Kitsune Luigi, or it would be even more of a complete copy.
Yeah, but I want stuff that's exclusively Mario to stay with Mario, and stuff with Sonic to stay Sonic. I mean, I don't mind minor, maybe in-jokes and digs, like when Sonic said, "I hate mushrooms." Okay, there's that. But that wasn't Sonic explicitly doing anything that was Mario. That is, like, uniquely Mario. So, yeah, I'm not really a fan of the fact that the Tanuki tail's being used in the helicopter style that Tails uses.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I know it didn't originate from Tails, but still.
Yeah, well, it wasn't in Mario 3, so I don't want to see it that way. And yeah, we have Peach touch a fire flower in a valley of fire flowers, and I love that her dress changes to the fire flower colors. I actually prefer the colors, to be honest, and we could see more of the detail on her dress as a result, and it does look good. And I love Peach's expression here, too.
Yeah.
I'm also going to say I love how expressive Peach was here when she moved. And that's something I want to get to. Peach's look and movement is a little Disney-esque, in my opinion. And I mean that in a good way.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
Yeah,
kind of why I made the Cinderella and Snow White joke earlier.
Yeah, and I kind of like her eyes and face because it reminds me of a 3D CG anime film or whatever this is.
Well, this is based on something that originated in Japan, so there you go.
Yes.
Yeah, and we get a better look at her brooch here. And
brooch.
I'm guessing it. Yeah, but seeing it closer here, yeah, it doesn't look as flowery as it did.
Yeah, it looks more vase-shaped.
Yeah, and speaking of Japan, I just hope that this gets a Japanese dub.
You think it won't? Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, all the other Illuminations got Japanese dubs.
Yeah.
Also, considering this is being promoted by Shigeru Miyamoto, I'm pretty sure this is going to get a Japanese release.
Exactly.
So, I don't even know why that's a question.
Yeah. Also
Sonic.
His movies have gotten Japanese releases.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, Peach's expression right here kind of reminds me of Rapunzel from Tangled.
I was just thinking that as well.
So
yeah, me too.
It really just adds to more of why this is very Disney-esque. Yes, there's a bunch of Yoshis, so there you go. Every one of your Yoshi fans, you could shut up now because they're in the movie.
Hey.
And here's the part that really made me happy. Rainbow Road Mario Kart. And Peach is actually on the motorcycle.
Awesome.
So the suit actually did go full on Mario Kart. And as I took a look here, all the racers are Kongs, and to the far left, there's one that's very small that almost looks like Kiddy Kong. The Kong almost no one likes. I don't even like him either. And two of them look like Funky Kong. I don't know if one of them is meant to represent Funky Kong or not, but that's what I'm noticing. So there you go. And the Wahoo there was much more Charles Martinet-esque. I'm also going to say this about Peach's voice. It sounds kind of like a mix of her Deke voices and also when Leslie Swan did the voice in Super Mario 64. Although, compared to Leslie Swan, who is a localization manager, and she did the voice just because she was in-house and therefore affordable for that, cheap, I hear a much better performance come from Anna Taylor-Joy.
Definitely.
Definitely so.
But then again, she is a professional actress, so that makes sense. And we'll see this shit in April, so there you go. I think we've all discussed this. We had some thoughts to say. I think they were good thoughts. So, everyone's looking forward to this movie that had to interrupt my week. Are you?
Yes.
Yes, I'm going to see the movie.
Well, so am I. And it better be good because it just ruined a week for me because I wanted this week off to not worry about video editing, but now I have to edit this goddamn video. And once again, Nintendo, fuck you. Well, thanks to Nintendo deciding to interfere with my life even more. Now we got more to talk about because they released 2 TV ads, which they're blocking, which, why are you doing that when you release them? They're public. And some posters, which we got to talk about. Here's Peach's throne room. We kind of saw that in the earlier stuff, so who cares? Moving on. Here's Mario, and okay, he's looking badass, which, yeah, he was failing miserably in the trailers, which I get why, but there's a Bramble in the background, so that's one of the more obscure enemies, so okay, cool. And there's Luigi. Kate, why don't you talk about this shit, since you're the Luigi expert?
Yeah, it looks like a combination between the covers for Luigi's Mansion and Luigi's Mansion 3.
Well, he's definitely screaming like them. Also, the flashlight he's holding definitely looks realistic. And here's Peach. The background we've already seen before, but I'll say this. I like her face. It's showing some attitude. Also, we have a better visual of her crown now, which has more detail, and I like that. Because it's been very simplistic every other time, in the main game artwork. I think we could agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, here's Toad. He's among a bunch of fire flowers, and we see Mario and Peach in the background, and it looks like they're having a tender moment, which, yeah, love interest and all that shit, so there you go. And this is kind of the only poster I really want to talk about, because this is the only one I actually give a fuck about. Here we see Donkey Kong, and we see a little more of his redesign here, where it stays true to the Rare redesign with the hair, the tie and everything, but his eyes are the big thing that kind of goes back to the classic design, and I'm all for that. I don't know if it'll be used in the games or not, but I do like it here. What about you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It kind of gives me the Wreck-It Ralph vibes, just like how Mario's design gave many people Fix-It Felix vibes, which makes sense since they're based on, since Wreck-It Ralph and Fix-It Felix are based on those characters.
You said Mario gave people Fix-It Felix vibes. Don't you mean the other way around?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it would be Felix who gave people Mario vibes.
Yeah, you get people everywhere kept saying Mario looked like Fix-It Felix in this new movie.
I don't see it. I don't know where those people are getting that idea. Felix looks too different from Mario in this.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think regular Mario's design is closer to Fix-It Felix than the movie Mario, so yeah, I have no idea where they're coming from.
Yeah, the CGI rendering is all I can think of that makes them similar.
I don't see it. I see nothing of it. What I do see in this poster, there's Swanky Kong in his Donkey Kong Country 3 design, which is pretty cool. There's Diddy Kong. And of course, there's the only Kong that really anyone should give a fuck about, Dixie Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Donkey Kong, how many times has he been kidnapped? Well, I guess technically 2 times, because if we're to stick to the original canon, in Donkey Kong Jr., the Donkey Kong that was kidnapped there was Cranky Kong. And yeah, they go by that Cranky Kong is the grandfather of the current Donkey Kong, but I kind of prefer to call bullshit on that, and I like to think of the current Donkey Kong as Donkey Kong Jr. who grew up. Because honestly, it just makes more sense, and it just feels like a waste if you don't do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next poster is Bowser. Yeah, he's kind of looking as he's always done. There's lava, his empire and everything. Yeah, it's kind of always been the games. There's not much to say there. Though there's this one thing that Caitlin brought up to me that someone said, oh, this is Princess Daisy, which I guess from the colors and everything you could see, but if you actually check out more frames, you know that's bullshit. It's not Daisy, it's another Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was either someone trying to trick people or it was someone who didn't do their proper research, but I did do my research and it's a Kong. That is not Daisy, because I saw them turn their face, and it had a Kong's face. So, it's not Daisy. I'd like Daisy to be in this. We've already discussed that, but this is not Daisy. So, Anyway, the posters are done. Let's talk about these new ads. Okay, so we saw a trailer that, Universal has DMCA'd, so we're not gonna show the full thing. We are only gonna show a couple clips and talk about it. But this one was in English, but it was released in Dutch. So it had subtitles to go with it. And I'm gonna be honest. It's making me not really like Chris Pratt as Mario. Here's why. Because all I really hear is Chris Pratt as Mario.
I think it sounds fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I don't agree, because if we're going to have Mario speak, I want there to be a little more grandeur to the voice. Like, put in a little more effort. Like, really try to make it unique. Otherwise, why not have Charles Martinet do it? I mean, Charlie Day, while, yeah, it still sounds like Benny the Spaceman, at least the voice fits, and I can hear he's putting in the effort. I hear this with Jack Black. I hear this with Anya Taylor-Joy. I hear this with Key as Toad. But I'm not hearing this as Mario. I actually see where Arlo's coming from. It's like, is it going to be this generic? This actually makes me worry about Chris Pratt being Garfield. Because, as we know, Garfield's voice is very iconic.
Exactly.
I can agree with Bill Murray being the voice, even though he didn't like the role, and he joined it on a misunderstanding, which, yeah, sorry that happened to him, but credit where credit's due, he fit, and I want him to know that I appreciate him as Garfield.
Definitely so.
So I will give him that.
Yeah. At least Chris Pratt, I think I can hear him as Garfield more as I can as Mario based on the games.
Yeah, but if it's just going to be Chris Pratt being himself, I don't know if this was a right choice. So it worries me about Garfield. And I grew up on Garfield and Friends. I grew up on the comic strips. I'm very fond of Garfield. So it worries me. Also in the trailer, we have Toads, jumping up at coin boxes, which I've mostly seen in Super Paper Mario. So I'm just like, okay. Coins are usually known as currency, so if you're just able to get free coins, what's the purpose of them in this universe? Like, why is everyone able to get coins?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm okay with these existing, but the way they're existing just makes no sense to me. So they better have an explanation for it in the movie.
Yeah, like if these were ATMs or something.
Yeah, but if you just hit it, like what? Does it recognize your head so you're allowed to make a withdrawal? Is that how this works? And then we have Mario and Toad going in the pipes, which just suck them in. And I also notice it uses the 8-bit pipe sound effects. So, yep, we're really going back into Deke territory where the sound effects from the games are used. Because Sonic didn't do this. And I guess it's just iconic that Mario does this. So, there you go.
Well, it makes more sense in animation compared to live action.
And I didn't hear the sound effects in the live-action Mario movie. And yeah, we saw Mario go through pipes and not know where the fuck he was going, which, yeah, that has happened in the games before, specifically in the world pipe maze in Super Mario Bros. 3, so I can actually see where this is coming from. Also, pipes fucked with you in the Lost Levels, so there's that too.
Oh, yeah.
So, I guess because of that, this is the point of these. But if Mario can't tell where they're going, how does everyone else? Do they give an explanation for this? Because in the games, it made more sense how these things worked, especially considering you were playing a game and you had to figure it out. But if pipes are supposed to serve a transportation purpose here, shouldn't they be a little more intuitive? We'll have to see how this works. I mean, I can see how it's funny, but you want to know how it works is the problem. Anyway, let's get to the other trailer. Okay, and on to our second trailer, and this one was only in Spanish, but someone did subtitle it so we could understand it. But I'm only going to show images from the unsub version, but we can at least talk about it. The brand ball that Mario saw in the poster, he does say hi to it, as you will see in this image, so, alright, that's kind of cute. And
I agree.
Here, I also want to say that we can definitely confirm that this is a rescue plot for Luigi, because we have seen further that Luigi is captured, and this is Mario's motivation to go and save his brother.
Yeah, still hoping Luigi gets more action than just that one chase scene.
Yeah, this is where I wanted you to heavily come in, Kate, but one thing I do like, we're seeing that Shy Guys and a Sniffit are the ones escorting him, and Arlo said, oh, he was hoping they'd have maybe a funny cameo, but he was doubting it, but no, seeing that they're the ones escorting him, it seems he'll get a little more than he was hoping for, so that's a good thing, and yeah, check out Arlo's video. We'll link it below if you want to see it. There's some stuff he said I disagree with, but overall, I did like his input, and I'm a huge fan of his work, so there you go. Then again, I uploaded a quickie from when I met him before, and that was fun. And I hope there's another Arlopalooza or something else so we can interact again. Because honestly, that was a lot of fun. And I could use fun right now. Because I've had little to celebrate at this time. And there's one scene in this trailer where Peach is taking Mario to an awning, I think it is, and letting him see more of the Mushroom Kingdom. And I could see that he's amazed by it, where Peach is just, you know, simply smiling about it, but then again, she lives there, so it wouldn't be anything new to her. Although I see that what's in the center is one of those areas where if you put a pole there, if Mario jumps on it, a flag raises. You know what I'm actually most excited for in this movie of all things?
What?
Peach.
I agree.
Me too.
Compared to, I mean, yeah, she's been a heroine a few times if we count Doki Doki Mario, which was a dream, but two big things you can counter for are Super Paper Mario, which makes me hate Paper Jam because they tried to say, oh, the Paper Mario games are non-canon. Fuck you. No, they should be canon. So go to hell for that game. Yeah, okay. Well, obviously, I don't really mean that, but I don't like the mindset the people had in making that game. Because it just ruins the Paper Mario franchise for me by having that mindset. I haven't played the game, but I've read what the story is, and it's enough for me to be offended. Because the Paper Mario games did so much for the Mario lore. They did so much to expand upon it, especially, in my opinion, Thousand Year Door and Super. They did so much to expand upon the universe, and then Paper Jam just says, oh, it's all storybook, none of it matters. Fuck you. I mean, have you guys played any of the Paper Mario games?
Yeah, I played the Thousand Year Door way back then as a kid. And I did play Super Paper Mario as well, and the new recent Paper Mario Origami King as well.
I need to finish Origami King, especially considering what I played of the beginning of that I did like, and it's considered the best Paper Mario game in a long time. It's still not perfect and not what everyone wants, and from what I've played of it, I can agree, but it's still better than Color Splash or Sticker Star, and I haven't played those, but from what I've heard, I think I can agree. So, yeah, I'll probably try to do a full Let's Play of that for when I want to fully play it, because I feel that would be a fun way to experience it, give my thoughts about it. But I still have these Sonic games to do, and since so much is delaying me, I think I'll change it from Year of the Hedgehog to Games of the Hedgehog, since it's going to be delayed another year, so there you go. But look, a lot's been going on, as I've said, hooded quickies and all that, and probably I would have uploaded some sooner, but again, Jason David Frank dying made me have to pay tribute to him, and that was important because he, as I said, he was my childhood hero, and I'm glad I was able to upload these quickies, especially the last one, which showed when I got to actually meet him, and I gave not just him, but a lot of fans who were at that Q&A, a good laugh, and I'm glad I was able to make that memorable for people. And yeah, at the end, people saw me getting my ass kicked by Frank when I was in my putty costume. That was his idea. He directed that, and he uploaded that in his own footage. I've downloaded it, and since I was there, I want to add it as part of the memory thing, because it's just awesome that he directed something where as a putty, I got my ass kicked by Jason David Frank or Tommy Oliver. That was just so cool.
Definitely. I
was a putty that got my ass kicked by Tommy Oliver. You could not take that away from me. That is awesome. I'm so glad he wanted to direct me in something. He directed me on the choreography, so he know how to attack and no one gets hurt. So yeah, he really did a good job there, and it really made for a great short piece of footage. I love it, and I'm so glad I was able to help him with that. That felt so good. That is one of the highlights of anything I've ever done when I've gone to a convention. So, I am so glad I was able to upload all this in his memory, and now people can see all the awesome stuff he did in his sense of humor and in directing that. And I know this is off topic, but since this has been a big part of why I'm getting fatigued, fuck it, I'll allow this one off topic thing. Because Jason David Frank is worth it. He really is. And I hope his family will be okay. I mean,
I agree.
If his wife really had a right to be upset and file for divorce and everything, then yeah, what Frank did was not right, but I don't think he was a bad person either. He just did not do the right things, and that was on him, if it's true. But if it's not true, then maybe his wife jumped to conclusions that were not true. I don't know. Again, I don't want to... she should not be vilified. Tammy Frank should not be vilified because we don't know the whole story. And as I said, she did try to save Jason from committing suicide. She was just sadly too late. So, yeah, please do not hold a grudge on her. Please do not go after her. And, it's clear she's upset about this too, so she's not happy that Jason David Frank killed himself either. And, considering Jason's kids and everything, this just really sucks. They've got to be feeling the worst of all of us, because I know a lot of us as fans who grew up with him are hurting, but this is his family. It's got to be worse for them. So please try to respect that.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the trailer. We can see another shot where two Shy Guys and a Sniff Fit are looking at Bowser torturing Luigi, so it definitely shows that, yeah, those three should at least have a good, decent moment in the movie. And I'm glad we have more, Mario villains than just Koopas and Goombas.
I agree.
I agree too.
So this is definitely something positive, I can say. And we also saw in the footage that Mario was finally improving on his training, although it's day again when he was failing at night. So I guess he failed during the day, it took all night, but then the next day he was finally able to do better. So, honestly, considering training can take some time, that makes sense. So I'll give it that. And I know Arlo was not happy about Mario being weak at first, but honestly, for those who are new to stuff like this, I have to disagree with him, because you want to see a hero develop into what they are. I mean, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this is what we saw of Iron Man, this is what we saw of Thor, this is what we saw of the Hulk, this is what we saw of Captain America, and since you were being introduced to them, you wanted to see them grow into the heroes they became. Well...
Yeah, and everyone goes through this. If they were a god, they wouldn't be as interesting.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I like about the Sonic movies. Sonic had to... for first movie, Sonic had to, find his place, find friends, and he found a reason to protect those friends, so he was the hero. But then Sonic wanted to be a full-time hero in the second movie, but he went overboard, and he essentially leaped before he acted in many regards. But he had to learn what it really meant to be a hero there. And it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Arlo's not a fan of those movies either, but hey, that's his opinion. I respect that. I don't agree with him, but I respect it. Here... But yeah, I mean, even the live-action Mario movie did this. Hell, I think even the anime movie did this. Because you were being introduced to these characters in this media for the first time, so therefore, for those who may not be gamers, it's their first time seeing something like this, so they want to see the hero grow and rise. So, yeah, of all things, I'm going to have to give the live-action movie this credit. Trust the fungus. Trust the motherfucking fungus.
Yeah, exactly.
Mario learned to trust the fungus, and guess what? It helped him.
Yeah.
But is he the one who got the girl? No. It was Daisy, so who gets Daisy? The Ouija.
Luigi.
It was the Ouija who gets him. Her. It was the Ouija who gets her. Which, yeah.
Yeah, which is why Luigi shouldn't have been jealous of Mario in that dorkly short.
Yeah, but that's not canon, so I think we could ignore that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do we're seeing Mario grow, and I think this will lead into mini sequels, because a lot of people are excited for this, so I do think a lot of people will be giving their money to this. Hell, I'll definitely do it, because I'm a Mario fan. Mario's my second favorite video game franchise, just behind Sonic.
Yeah, and since this comes out on my birthday, I have to see it on that day, since it's like my birthday present.
Are you saying I have to give you the money to see it to actually make it a present? 'Cause...
No, that's my dad's job.
Okay, then hope he better be planning to make it a special day for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I needed that laugh, but yeah. I am happy to see Mario grow, and so yeah. I am hoping if this movie does well, in the second movie, Luigi can have a bigger plot as well to... Hell, actually, this is where you could bring in Daisy, bring his motivation. Hell, actually, you know something you could do? Have both Mario and Peach be kidnapped, and Luigi's the one who has to rescue them, but then Daisy comes in and she finds out her best friend which is Peach, is also kidnapped, and she joins Luigi, and we see a romance develop between them. That could be good.
Yeah. I agree. It would be nice to see Wario and Waluigi in the sequel as well.
Well, not the first sequel. I say save that for the third movie. Then again, we're getting Shadow in the third Sonic movie, so I guess there you go. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
and
had
Rosalina
Peach.
Can be in the third as well.
Peach did say there's multiple universes and multiple galaxies, which, considering the Mario Galaxy games, which, oh my god, I love those. Yeah. That would be great. I just have one thing for Daisy. Please, 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 if you're going to have one voice actor from the games, let it be Deanna Mustard. She is Daisy. If it's someone who does a new voice, make sure it's someone spunky, tomboyish, because we really want to see that spice in Daisy. Anyway, I think we've discussed all we need to, and Kate, you have a lot to say about Mario. How about you say something to end this, and then Lance, you get to go.
Like even if Luigi isn't in this much, I look forward to seeing Mario's adventure with Peach and Toad.
Yeah. As long as the movie is very successful, if it's doing well, yeah. I'm definitely going to love this movie when I'm looking forward to it.
I don't know if I'm going to love it. It is Illumination after all, but we'll see what happens. But I think we're finally done. I really hope nothing else new comes out for us to add on to this. So with that said, that's...